Hey everybody, welcome to your weekly update for Rocket League Esports. Not a whole lot has been going on, but last week obviously we wrapped up the doubleheader week for week 5 and 6, where week 6 ended up being on Monday, where they played EU in the morning and then NA in the afternoon. Two major stories this week, the first one being that the European Invitational is continuing and they have finally found out all the results for playoffs. Some really important storylines coming out of this one, number one being a ton of teams that are not in the RLCS have qualified. Shouts to the rival series teams, and more importantly, Sandrock Gaming. Part of the reason Civic is putting on this tournament is because he wants to give his own team, Sandrock Gaming, a team from Malaysia area, a chance to compete. Not only are they playing well, but they've qualified for the playoffs, and you can see that here in the bracket, along with some of the RLRS teams that are up and coming as well. So it's exciting to see that the competition is spreading through across the board. But I gotta say, I'm really looking forward to Sandrock Gaming playing against Dignitas, a team I consider the best in North America. So it'll be interesting to see. If you guys haven't been watching it throughout the weeks, the schedule I will list here. Tuesday, March 17th is the winner quarterfinals, which are all best of 5s. Wednesday, March 18th is the winner semifinals, which are all best of 7s. Thursday, the 19th, are loser round 1, which are best of 7s. Then on the next week, Tuesday, is March 24th. That is losers round 2, which is also a best of 7. Following day, on Wednesday, March 25th, is the winners finals and the losers round 3. Both of these will be a best of 7. And then Thursday, March 26th, is the losers finals, which is a best of 7, and then the grand finals, which is a best of 9. The team coming from the upper bracket will receive a 1-game advantage. Now, obviously, you guys have heard of COVID-19, or more commonly known as the coronavirus, and it's affecting a lot of things. Obviously, LAN has already been canceled, but it's affecting not just the esports. You're seeing the national attention, the NHL, the NBA, the MLB, like a bunch of different organizations and divisions and just things across the world are being canceled. I don't want to go too much into the political side, whether you should or shouldn't, but I am glad to see that Psyonix did make a decision to stop it early. And the fact that all these other organizations also doing that kind of reaffirms that they made the right choice and that it shouldn't be taken lightly. So obviously, this means a lot of different things, and I might do a video about this in full detail, but the number one thing is it is affecting a lot of people. If you guys don't know, I'm represented by an agency called Character Select Agency, CSA. They cover AAA talent such as Golden Boy, Rachel Seltzer, tons of talent across the board. And a lot of us, especially those that are fully reliant on freelance, are kind of in a really scary spot. So just even though this isn't like esports news, I just want to express like thank you. It means a whole lot every time you guys watch these videos, anytime you guys come to my stream and check it out at twitch.tv/Lawler. The more support you show, that allows me to continue to do this for you guys. So honestly, it does mean more than it ever has, and I really appreciate it. More voice comm videos as well across the board, coming from Knights versus NRG, Veloce versus AS Monaco, Sonic's vlog where they clinch regional playoffs, which means they'll automatically be in next season as well. Out of all those, highly recommend probably watching the Dig Barcelona. I've always been a fan of listening to their comms and how they go about doing things, especially with like reverse sweeps and everything else on the line. But overall, pretty good weekend of Rocket League esports, as we got honestly almost too much between Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday between RLRS, RLCS doubleheaders, and all that crazy stuff. And as always podcasts to check out. Potty C does talk about coronavirus and the effects it's having on esports. CJ show on Tuesdays with myself, Chrome, Jazzo, and CJ. We discussed a little bit more in detail about Cloud9 and roster changes and some other things, but more importantly, we're able to recap a lot and kind of got off tangent like we normally do. 5th iteration of OCE Gamerade Gauntlet as well went down, and of course the boys and Renegades won their 5th in a row over Cringe Society, Torasas Drippe, and Spy Doge. They continue to win and look excellent. This is probably their best week they've had so far in Gauntlet. Honestly guys, not a whole lot going on. Coronavirus is kind of stopping and putting everything to a halt, and rightfully so. So if we take and transition into what is going on this weekend for the watch parties on Saturday and Sunday for North America and Europe, before we get into that, I do want to say that this is the last week for South America for their qualifiers and their league play, so make sure you tune into that. Pretty sure they play on Sundays after EU RLCS is over. Switching gears over into actual league play for Saturday and Sunday, we're going to start with North America first. Pretty big match for Cloud9 moving forward. Their schedule is kind of towards the tail end, which means their matches are always super important. Sonics being 5-1, they've already locked up regionals. They're good to go. They'll be in playoffs. As for Cloud9, they beat NRG. They ended up sweeping them, but it was a very poor-looking NRG. Everybody thinks that, like, yo, Cloud9's back. They're looking great. But I just don't believe it. I don't foresee the same results. There's a lot of problems, I think, internally going on in that team. but I do want to start seeing them trend. It does make a lot of the matches more exciting moving forward. I think the big one being between Ghost Gaming and Cloud9. I think Ghost Gaming is one of my favorite teams to watch in North America currently. And then obviously you can't help but point out Energy versus G2. It's two powerhouses, lots of history, even though the rosters are different. Energy needs to bounce back. As for G2, same situation, but G2's playing really well as a team. It's just they got themselves caught on defense last week. Kind of ripped Jazzo a little bit for that one on the CJ show. So yeah, Energy G2 to end the day is going to be really good. Anything with Ghost, I think right now has been pretty exciting. Hell, even watching Space Station and Rogue, because Rogue's starting to trend the right direction as well. So pretty good matches so far this week. Moving on to Sunday for Europe, Dignitas has a doubleheader, so does Endpoint. Probably two matches that I guess are the only ones I really care about. I think Veloce Dig could be a really good one, as Dig continues to prove, I think, in my opinion, even though they lost, they're the best team in Europe. Veloce has a very frustrating position in the way that they play, and hopefully Dignitas can show how to exploit that. I want to show that because they have so much space to work with, that they can work the infield, and it's too much for a defense. Veloce needs to come out and be aggressive and really pressure in the front. And then, of course, Vitality and Mouse. Mouse has shown us glimpses of what they can do. They ripped apart Veloce last week by Cookser half rotating and just staying aggressive, and really proved how you can exploit that kind of play style. And Vitality has been trending in the right direction, at least in the RLCS. Not that good in European Invitational, but they look like a really strong team when it matters most. Nice and easy this week, you guys. Obviously, discussions can always be held live. Twitch.tv/Lawler. Come hang out with us. Love to talk to you guys throughout the week. I stream every day, roughly 1 to 2 in the afternoon Central, until about 6 to 8, depending on how spicy we're feeling or what games we're playing. I can tell you right now, my stream has a lot of plans to do stuff like Doom Eternal coming out. Path of Exile's got a new patch that drops tomorrow that I'm super hype about. So a lot of games to be played, including Rocket League analysis and replay reviews and all that kind of stuff that you guys see already here on the channels on Wednesday. But that does it for me. I'm out of here. Peace.